Have you ever wondered why so many relationships that begin with genuine love and promise eventually fall apart? We're not talking about toxic or destructive relationships from the start, but those that seemed perfect, filled with deep understanding and undeniable passion. Where does that initial spark go? How does profound connection turn into a strange, haunting silence? This is the hard truth about love, and it's a reality that most couples confront. They fail not because they didn't love each other, but because they didn't understand how to sustain that love, to nurture it and protect it from the subtle forces that can erode it over time. Love is not merely a feeling, it is a skill. It's an art form honed with time, effort, and conscious practice. It is built upon foundations that, while seemingly simple, are absolutely vital for its survival. Today we will dive deep into this harsh reality, revealing 5 core reasons why so many good relationships ultimately fail, and showing you how you can be different. By understanding these truths, you can build a connection that is not only passionate, but also resilient, mature, and capable of enduring the inevitable challenges of life. The spark isn't true love, the dangerous myth of infatuation. Many of us make a crucial mistake in how we perceive love. We confuse the initial spark with true, lasting love. This spark, that dizzying, all-consuming emotion we feel in the early stages, is in reality infatuation. It's a powerful chemical high driven by a cocktail of neurochemicals in our brain, such as dopamine and norepinephrine, which create feelings of intense pleasure, focus, and a euphoric obsession with our new partner. It's a beautiful and essential phase, but it's a temporary one. The fatal error many couples make is believing that love has died when this initial high fades. They assume that if they no longer feel that same intense, breathless excitement, the relationship is over. This couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, this is precisely when the journey into real love begins. True love is a conscious decision. It's a commitment, a practice of patience, and a deep willingness to stay and build something together long after the initial thrill has vanished. Neurochemically, this transition is marked by a shift from the high of dopamine and norepinephrine to the comforting presence of oxytocin and vasopressin, the cuddle hormones associated with attachment and bonding. The fading of the spark isn't the end of love. It's the transition from a passionate, chemical-fueled whirlwind to a deep, stable, and mature connection. A successful relationship is not one that avoids problems, but one where both partners understand this transition and consciously choose to build a future together, recognizing that the steady, comforting warmth of true love is far more valuable than the fleeting heat of infatuation. Silence is the killer of relationships, the erosion of connection. In many relationships, silence slowly but surely replaces genuine dialogue. It might begin with a simple choice to avoid a small argument. Over time, that choice becomes a habit, and a silent gap forms between the couple, a void that is slowly but surely filled with indifference, resentment, and unspoken needs. The loss of honest and open communication is the silent killer of relationships. Couples stop talking about what truly matters: their needs, their fears, their vulnerabilities, and their dreams. They retreat into their own separate worlds, becoming strangers living under the same roof. This isn't a peaceful silence. It is a silence born of fear. Fear of confrontation, fear of being misunderstood, or fear of appearing weak and vulnerable. When a partner doesn't know what you're thinking or what you need, their mind begins to fill in the blanks with negative assumptions, and a cycle of doubt and misinterpretation takes hold. The solution isn't just to talk more, but to talk with quality and vulnerability. It's about being able to say, in a moment of genuine connection, "I feel hurt when," or "I really need your support with," without the fear of judgment or rejection. Open communication is the lifeblood of a relationship, and when it's cut off, the relationship starves. The goal isn't to eliminate conflict, but to make communication a safe space where conflicts can be explored and resolved, where both partners can be their authentic selves without fear of being misunderstood or abandoned. Conflict is not a personal battle, the trap of me him versus you. Conflict is a normal, healthy, and inevitable part of any relationship. It's not the presence of disagreements that determines a relationship's fate. but the way a couple handles them. Many couples fall into the destructive trap of personal confrontation. Instead of seeing the conflict as a shared problem to be solved, they turn it into a personal battle of me against you. Each partner defends their own position and tries to prove they are right, completely disregarding the other's feelings and perspective. When a disagreement becomes a personal battle, empathy evaporates and is replaced by blame. Partners forget that they are on the same team, working towards the same goal of a healthy and happy relationship. The focus shifts from, how can we solve this? To, how can I win this? This adversarial mindset is a profound threat to the core of the relationship. It erodes trust, builds resentment, and makes every future disagreement feel like an impending war. A healthy and mature relationship is one where both partners can say, in the middle of a heated argument, let's pause for a moment. We are on the same team. How can we solve this problem together? It's more important to be kind, understanding, and empathetic than to be right. A successful partnership isn't a battlefield. It's a collaborative effort where challenges are faced together and resolutions are built with mutual respect and compassion. Idealized expectations are ticking time bombs, the fantasy versus reality. Many of us enter relationships with an idealized image of our partner and the relationship itself. This is often a result of media influence, movies, television, and social media's carefully curated highlight reels. We expect our partners to be flawless, the relationship to be a constant stream of romance and passion, and all problems to magically disappear as soon as we say, I do. These expectations, unfortunately, are a ticking time bomb. Life is not a movie, and your partner is not a perfect character. Neither are you. When this idealized image inevitably clashes with reality, frustration and disappointment is set in. The partner begins to wonder, why did they change? Why are they not the same as before? The truth is, they didn't change. You simply saw them through a flawless, idealized lens. Unrealistic expectations are a poison to gratitude and acceptance. They make you blind to all the beautiful efforts your partner makes and all the wonderful, imperfect realities of your life together. A healthy relationship is built on accepting reality, with its beauty and its flaws, and celebrating love as it is, not as it should be. This requires a conscious effort to let go of the fantasy and embrace the truth. It means recognizing that the small, everyday acts of kindness and support are far more valuable than grand cinematic gestures. It means practicing gratitude for the real, imperfect person in your life and building a foundation of love that is strong enough to withstand the inevitable challenges of the real world. Divergent growth, paths. Kill love, the end of a shared journey. Finally, a reason not many talk about. Can a relationship end simply because one partner grew differently? The answer is a difficult but resounding yes. A relationship is not a static destination. It is a continuous journey of growth and evolution. Every person changes over time. Their ideas, ambitions, interests, and even their core personalities change. The problem occurs when one partner grows and the other resists that growth. One might discover a new passion or a new sense of purpose, while the other insists on staying in their comfort zone, clinging to the familiar past. This resistance is often born of fear of the unknown, fear of losing the security of the past, or fear of not being able to keep up with their partner's changing identity. When this happens, the partners' paths begin to diverge. The emotional and intellectual gap between them widens, and they find they have little left to talk about or share. Love alone is not enough to save a relationship if there is no alignment in the path of growth. Strong relationships are those in which both partners grow together, actively supporting and learning from each other's evolution. They understand that change is an inevitable part of the journey and that a partnership must be a dynamic, evolving force, not a static monument to a past version of themselves. Conclusion: love is a skill, not just a feeling. Love is not just a fleeting emotion, it is a daily commitment to building something deeper and more stable. Most good relationships fall apart because they fail to understand and act upon these truths. To build a relationship that lasts, you must embrace the reality of love beyond the initial spark. Prioritize honest communication to prevent the silent gap from forming. Confront conflicts collaboratively as a team, not as opponents. Let go of idealized expectations and celebrate the imperfect reality of your partner. Commit to growing together, ensuring your individual journeys don't pull you apart. Remember, every failed relationship is a valuable lesson, not the end of the world. It's an opportunity to become better, to learn how to build a stronger and more mature relationship in the future.